Okay, we're gonna do something different today, right? We're gonna try to upload this episode today a little bit early. If you guys are a member, you will get this at 8 o'clock. And if you're not a member, you will get this at 9 p.m. today, the March 9th, Central Time. So, and the reason why I want to do it this way is because I want everyone to be able to get access to this, whether they're about to go to bed, because my voice is silky smooth for these type of episodes. So I don't know if you like me. I like to listen to podcasts, scary podcasts actually, episodes when I'm going to bed. Maybe you're working a late night graveyard shift. I know there was a subscriber that told me that that's what they like to, listen to these. And again, listen to these. You don't have to, this is just audio, okay? Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the departure of the Pinhead or Cenobite. And I think you have until April 4th. If you go to the website, that's when you can, you will no longer be able to purchase him in the stores. You will actually be able to get him. If you already bought him, you can keep him. And I'm not sure if the voice line is still going to be there, maybe. But his perks will still be there. They would just be in a general. So it won't be specifically to him. And you'll also, it would be under a different name. So it probably won't be called Plaything, right? So in this episode, I'm going to talk about Pinhead. I keep trying to say damn near Pyramid Head. I don't know why I keep doing that. We're going to go over some thoughts about it, maybe in the Dead by Daylight Rage on Reddit. That's always fun to read and stuff like this. I try to do these on Mondays, but let's try Sundays. I'm going to try to do both, right? I'm going to try to upload content on Saturday and Sunday. Regular content for Saturdays. I tried to upload it yesterday. I just could not get to it. And then I'm going to try to do these episodes on Sunday as far as the podcast. Again, $4.99 a month. You'll be able to get exclusive. So how about this? How about this? When it comes, and you guys let me know if you guys think about this. I will only reserve membership only videos for just the podcast episodes for those who are members. So that means if you really enjoy these and enjoy listening to these, if you are a member, again, you will get these early. But regular uploads, I'll just sporadically upload those on Saturdays and Sundays, in the morning time, right, or afternoons. But okay, let's get into it. I do not miss Pyramid. I mean, dude, listen. Okay, I'm gonna call him Hellraiser. I'm gonna call him Hellraiser. I want to keep listen. Why do y'all have it when y'all call him Pinhead and then it's Pyramid Head? I swear that's like a tongue-tie twister type thing. I keep trying to say Pinhead, but I end up saying Pyramid Head. Hellraiser dude from the 80s, killer, 1987. I will not miss you. I will not miss the chain hunt, the box, people not doing the box. The box, you opened it. I hope I would never have to ever hear that again. Now, there will be people still playing him, people maining him, but as I've recently checked, he's only chosen a little bit above 2%. So, unless you really are a fan of Hellraiser and you like, playing with him and stuff like that, we won't see you at all, really. There's not many people even playing him. And because the thing is he a strong killer? He's decent. If you have a team that is really not that coordinated, he will be hard to go against because it's easy for him if people aren't doing a box and they're just doing their own thing, right? Like you have the survivor, like the Sables, they're just gonna be in the basement just hanging out, right? Being completely useless and getting ready to throw the game and body block you and chase. So you're gonna obviously have those. But if you get a team that know how to be on that box, and you can't teleport, you can't stop it from doing jams, and then we are juicers, you're not going to be that effective, right? You're just not be. I mean, granted, there are some Pyramid Head that there are some Cenobites or whatever, right? There are some that are really good with the chain hits, they can chain, and catch you. But for the most part, dude, we're not worried about him, right? So I'm not going to miss him at all. I don't wish him success in his next life. I don't know what he's going to do after DBD, when he leaves the Killers lobby stores or whatever. But I'm not going to miss also being on console, right? And I'm trying to throw down a palette. And I keep and I know I'm not the only one, right? But I keep trying to do a palette. And because I'm on console, there's not like a different keybinds to where I could take off the chains and throw down the pallet. Unfortunately, it's the same. So when you throw down the pallet and, you know, you're trying to take the chains off, you pretty much slow vote right back into the killer and you just get hit. And I'm pretty sure you're like punching the air and stuff like that. So no, I just won't miss that. The thing that make it sad, and I will say is bittersweet, is because, okay, yes, hey, we have one less killer that gets on my nerves. You know, we still have, like, you know, the alien and all that stuff that can hit you through windows regardless of what you do. Is that when behavior to lose these licenses, it kind of takes away people from wanting to play. Like, think about it. If I didn't know that, you know, Cenobite or Pinhead was leaving DBD, and I just told somebody, hey, you are a Hellraiser fan, huh? Why don't you go and let's play some DBD? He's actually a killer you can actually play. He's a killer you can actually go against. And then, like, you try to turn on the game to buy him or buy the license and it's not there anymore or it's leaving. That would kind of be misleading, or maybe you just didn't pay attention. There's a lot of people who don't pay attention to this stuff. So keep that in mind, right? Like, there's a lot of people who don't know still. Like, they don't follow DBD Twitter. So they don't really pay attention to like these things or look at the data and statistics. That's why, like, a lot of times when I'm debating people, I'm realizing, like, yeah, a lot of people they just talk out the side of their neck. They don't understand the things that I see or the information I have access to, because I'm a big believer of like information and facts and data and statistics. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like, let me show you why you're wrong, and let me actually show you what's actually happening versus, oh, I'm just assuming something based off my feelings, right? So it is sad because there are people who are fans of these killers, and that's why you have like a lot of adults playing this game, because they are attracted to the license. The license that got me into DBD, outside of people telling me to play, I remember this girl was the first one to tell me to play DBD when I was looking for games in 2020. I was like, you know, I'm just trying to look for new games to play and stuff like that, and, you know, trying to, you know, it's hard to do variety, right? And she's like, why don't you try Dead by Daylight? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And there's one guy said, oh yeah, you should try Dead by Daylight. When I asked him about it, he was like, hey, you know what? I'll actually play with you. And yeah, it was very interesting. You know, I was like, oh wow. You know, and then I met some people, and I never played with anybody like that again, because it was just like I met a lot of toxic people in this community. I didn't realize how bad it was, how entitled it was. But the point is, it's real simple, right? Is that, you know, I bought the Michael Myers edition. And I remember it was October 27th, 2020. Because when you look at the game, you can obviously see when you downloaded something, right? So, yeah, I think it's very like, I think it's very sad. I think it's very interesting to see things like, man, you know, you can't play with these people. Or like imagine if we lost the Michael Myers edition, you know what I mean? The Halloween. Freddy just got a rework. Imagine if they lost that license too. Like, you just never know with DBD. And then on top of that, like, Stranger Things was lost for a bit, and then they got it back or renewed it. So I don't know. I think that's the thing that make it sad, because when you care about a game and the development of the community, as toxic as this community is, I'm talking straight up, like, I'm talking about the things I've seen, the arguments I've had. I still, against Killer and Survivor, I still want this game to be good. I think we all do. Like, am I right or am I wrong? I think we all care about this game enough to be like, I still want this game to perform. I just think that a lot of the times we don't look at the bigger picture. Like, are people having fun in this community? Are people getting something out of it? See, I care about this. I care about the game. This is a game that I made. This is the only game I've played in, like, I don't know how many years. It is healthy, though, to play other games. You don't want to just get burnt out in the game. It's just that this community makes it more demoralizing when you're trying to get a healthy, balanced point. And it seems like no matter what you say as a survivor, it's the fact that you're a survivor main. You should just start saying you are a killer main. And you'll mostly get respected. Yeah, you'll have survivors that'll contest what you say, but you're gonna have a lot more killers that's just cry more, no, cry more. You guys are entitled, as if they're not entitled. That's why there's times I don't mind just talking my ish, because I'm like, dude, All y'all do is it doesn't matter what I say, you guys are going to complain and contest it. So good luck to the pyramid Pinhead main. Good luck to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. What's gonna happen? Now I want to talk about my thoughts on a little bit of the and again, I just want this game to be healthy. That's all I'm saying. I just want this game to be healthy. Hope you guys find. Hope they don't lose another license, cause I know they were trying to get the FNF license, and hopefully they get that as well too. I was just telling my guy yesterday, who I haven't worked with in a while, like, hey, they do have Dungeons and Dragons. He brought, because we have at my job, we had people coming in. I work at a hotel, and it was a cosplay convention, anime. And I was like, hey, man, I played Dead by Daylight and stuff. I would love to see that. He said, yeah, man, like, we have all type of dungeons. He mentioned something about Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, oh, dude, we got Vecna, if you know who that is, obviously, if we got him on Dead by Daylight, he's OP'd, and so that can spark interest. That's all I'm saying. People have heard of DBD. DBD been around for almost 10 years now. So people heard of the game. It was me who came in late. You know what I mean? So it's just different. Okay, outside of that, let's look at some DBD or Dead by Daylight Rage, or just stuff on Reddit, because I kind of like to go to that. You already know how that goes, right? It's always fun to listen to, read juicy comments and content and stuff like that. And thank God the wind isn't blowing so hard. I'm surprised I'm not hearing the window damn near break. Okay, let's go ahead and read one from Dead by Daylight Rage. This guy put, dude dodges console players, ? Let's see what this is about. Right, you already know me. I kind of read some stuff and then, try to fill some time here. He said, dude dodges console players. Okay, so I'm reading a post where there was a killer main who was an Oni. Not sure if they're an Oni main or anything like that. Went up against a Claudette, a Yunjin, Renato, and William Bill Overbeck. Let me see. I see Windows Opportunity. It's only one person who had a Windows Opportunity. I see Dead Heart with the Yunjin had Dead Heart with Iron Will. That's a really good build. Dead Heart, Iron Will. But no. Is that a good perk? Okay, yeah, it is. It is a good build. Because I'm looking at the Young Jin's build. There's a Young Jin who had Iron Will, Resilience, Dead Heart, and Made for This, MFT. But you do know with Iron Will, you can't be exhausted, because then Iron Will doesn't work anymore. So you will be making noise. But you have to be injured to use Dead Heart, obviously. And obviously, yeah, okay. So I would just look at the whole thing. But let's just read what they said. Okay, so he said, when I saw console players in my lobby, I knew I should have dodged. But I don't understand. They only won the game. They only got a 4K. He moied one person or probably bled him out, and then 3 people died. So I'm trying to understand. Wait, no. It was the Young Jin who was the bot who DC'd. So I think that's the person, right? So it says, when I saw console players in my lobby, I knew I should have dodged. Somebody put whack, you hid. And then somebody put, yeah, they all died, bro, in 3 seconds. It happens when Mega Snowball. Yeah, and with Oni, the thing about Oni that makes him very, very much of a powerful killer is that, it takes him a while to get started up. It's like a bad car, right? But once you get it started, it's going, but it just takes a while. But he can snowball. I don't understand what this thing about console players. We are adults. Why do we do this thing, y'all, about console players and PC players? Why are there subcategories, though? Why are there... Please explain to me the logic. Walk me through this for a second. It's the same game, y'all. This is not mobile. It's the same game with just dip. Now, I will say PC has a little bit more ability, so you can customize your loadout, you can customize your items. But Killer is different than it is Survivor on console and PC. I've said this before and I'll say this again. On console, Survivor is not that much different. It's really not. In fact, there are people who've said that there are console players who are better on Survivor than they are survivors on PC. I don't know. I just know controller. It doesn't make me worse. I don't understand. We have the same perks, dude. Like, I just don't get it. But when it comes to killer, that's different because you can flick and curve easier on mouse and keyboard than you can on controller. You are a bit limited. But can somebody walk me through why do y'all continue to have this mentality of thinking that it really matters that you're on PC and console? Oh, I should have dodged. Oh, I should have left. Oh, I think you guys, I just don't understand the logic. It just literally makes no sense. The issue I have in this community is it's always like an elitist group of people who thinking that they are better than some people just because of their ability. Oh, console players, console killer. Like, people just like to, man, I swear to, because it's not just DBD, y'all, it's people in general. I want people to really understand this. Communities are filled with people. That's obvious, right? It's not filled with just bots, like actual AIs. It's filled with people. And there are people everywhere like this. I don't care what community they're in. There are people who are just stupid. They're just stupid. But I don't understand the notion that because I choose to get a console, it makes me more toxic or more trash. I remember this one guy did that. He was like, he literally said something like, well, PC players are better than console because they have more money to invest. So that's why they're better, because if you invest in something more, you're going to take it more seriously. Shut up. Okay? Shut up. Don't shut up. Shut up. There's a difference. Notice. I don't just say shut up. I said shut up. Like, just shut up. Like you're yapping about nothing. That makes $0 and 0 cents. I've seen a lot of killers on both sides in Survivors that were ass. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. Like, we can't even have conversations about that. So even talking about balancing of the game, people are just stuck in their ways. They're not going to change their minds. People are just stuck in their ways. Just let them do them. I think the best thing you can stop doing is arguing with people who are stupid. Okay? People want to argue and people want to be petty. It's the internet. It's safe. Most of the time. Because listen, one day y'all going to meet somebody that's not going to be playing with y'all. Okay? And let's just be honest. Okay? Y'all going to meet somebody that's not going to keep playing games. Stop playing. Like, I don't want to argue no more in my life. Just for the sake of arguing. I try to have debates, but I just think that a lot of time it's just people being petty. And I can respect you being petty if you at least admit it when it's obvious. But there are people who are dead ass serious. All these personal attacks all over pixels in Dead by Daylight. It's not that serious. That's what makes me like, you know, like when I think of like the growth I don't get in this community as much, and I'm not getting the views. Sometimes I ask myself, like, I haven't played DBD in like 5 days since I last like live stream, because I work, I go to yoga now, which I love. I go to that. I'm on track to go on 4 days, 4 days in a month, so like once a week. And you know, you want to spread them out, but mental health is very important. And if you're getting burnt out in this game with the stupid, and I know they're saying, well, you know, you're on DBD Reddit, but it's with people who play the game. Like, these are the sandbaggers. These are the people who give up on hook and go next, but then they're the same ones who also don't be doing gens. So they get mad that you don't want to play the game, but they just not, like, but they're throwing the game. They're picking it up and they're chucking it. Right? That's what they're doing. You're throwing the game. You don't care. You see? So that's why I don't understand the logic. People just want to argue. Again, the internet is mostly safe for them, at least in their minds. Again, somebody's not gonna be playing with y'all. Somebody like you could be doing all of that, and then like the survivor or killer man could be like right next door to your house. Like, you don't know who you're playing against. Like you ever think about that? Like you're playing a killer main and you're talking trash, and then like you don't know, like you doing all this back and forth, but like bro, he could be like right next door, like saying hello. Like stop thinking that. Okay. Let's move on to the next, because I want to spend like 10 minutes on each of these. It kind of makes it easier. Who's a killer you absolutely love, but everyone? Okay. Someone says, who's a killer you absolutely love? This is from just Dead by Daylight. Who's a killer you absolutely love, but everyone hates? You absolutely hate, but everyone loves. For me, it's a Blight or a Wesker with a decent amount of skill. I just love dash killers, but I absolutely hate playing against Ghosty. I don't know why, I just don't like it. This person is literally me. It's almost like I wrote it myself. If you would have added Oni, that'd have been great too. Oni, Wesker, Blight. Okay, Blight, he's so aggressive, I'd be wanting to throw hands. And I think, I probably would lose in a fight. Obviously, right? Against either of them, right? But I'm as a man, I still gotta go. Like what we doing? Like, what are we waiting for? Swing type shit. Like, I'm that dude. But it's like, I'm not no hoe. So it's like, okay, let's fight. But it's like, that's how I feel when I'm going against a Blight and a Wesker. Like, anytime I hear him, it's like, let's go. I'm on that. You ain't gonna swing. You know, you're not gonna, like, I'm just like, it's just what it is. I love going against those chases. I like the high intensity killers. You know what killers I do hate going against? Ghosty. Ghostface. His power is stupid. You have to somehow break him out in a certain way. Like, oh, I see you, Ghostface. But no, do you really see me? No, I see you. But do you really? No, okay, but you didn't see me long enough, so now I get to stalk you. That is the dumbest. Dude, I don't know which one I hate more. That or Bloodlust. I cannot. I just can't. I won't. And people try to justify it because you are bots. That's fine. Be a bot. Be a bot. That is A-okay with me. Okay? Be a bot. But you know that it's stupid. And only bad killers justify it. It just doesn't make sense. See, there's not too many times you can, at least for me personally, 8,000 hours into this game. There's not going to be too many times or too many things that you are going to try to justify with me that doesn't make sense. Just because, oh, that's just what it is. Like, no, it just doesn't make sense. I don't like stealth killers. I don't. With stealth killers, I have an issue with, right, is that I don't like the idea of just hiding. Like, I don't like the hiding. I don't like you're hiding, and again, see, and then this what gets me about survivors in this game or killers is if I'm hiding in a locker to do my, I don't know, head-on play stuns and all that stuff. Oh, I'm being tugged on by a survivor that's trying to get banned or reported, because that's bannable because you're looking like you're working with the killer. Like, you're out. I mean, I don't know. It's like people don't care about being banned. They just want to do stupid stuff. People want to lose their account. I don't know why. It's not that serious. But guys, they have lockers. I can't hide though. But I got to go against a killer that likes to hide. And you got to try to break him. And then you know he has that. I don't care to know the add-on, bro. I don't care to know the add-on. I really do not care to know. But he has an add-on where he doesn't have to stalk you as much for him to be able to expose you, and then he hides his red stain, and y'all swear y'all doing something. Like, I swear I can't stand the killer who acts like they outplayed you. You did not. You just had a bum ass add-on. It's the same as me using brand new part. I'm not that great of skill check, but I'm not that fast with gens. I'm just using brand new parts to advance it and make it easier. Like, stop playing with me. It's silly. It's stupid. Stop playing with me. I cannot stand Ghostface. I just cannot. I respect Myers a lot more than I do a Ghostface. Okay, so he's probably the most irritating stealth killer I have to go against. Is Ghostface. Give me a Wraith before him. Give me a Pig. Give me all that. I don't like either. Just give me a Wesker, give me a Blight, give me a Bubba. Who else? Who else do we like? Give me a Bubba, give me who else? Because I'm looking at my favorite. So Bubba's, Blight, Wesker, because of the intensity. What else? I don't know, man. I don't know if I have like favorites outside of those. Like I really don't know. I mean, I like the Hillbilly, but then they make it where he can just get back into his power, and it's just annoying. Legions, you might as well just be injured the entire time. But see, it's not like if you're playing pubs, you don't know who you're going against. Like this is not Scrim where I can just know who I'm going against. If I go against that, it is what it is. Like I don't know. Let's read some people, right? Let's read some people's comments. I was just telling you my comment. This one dude said, "I love Knight, but no one else likes him, which is understandable. It's not that I don't like Knight. I hate Knight. It's not that I hate, and I like Nighttime, but when it comes to DBD, I hate Knight. His power is very stupid, and they made it why do we cap on here? Like, why do we cap? Pick up the bottle cap and put it back on. Why must we cap? I cannot stand when people lie. You know why they made the Knight. So they can counter the hold W or hold forward meta. You know that's why they made him. But we're gonna cap. And he's just even worse in solo queue. Like again, people talk about Swift. Bro, most Swifts are still not beating Killer. I don't care what MMR you are at. And even so, because I want y'all to understand, if there are, like, the way they design Killers, I want y'all to understand that if y'all run against very good Killer mains and a very good Swift main, I just don't see them beating Killer. I just don't see them beat a very good Killer main. Not a scrim match where certain things can't be bought to the match. I'm talking about just a pub match. You're going against a very good Killer, and they happen to get a very good lobby. Killer's at least getting a 2K out of that match for the most part. And I'm talking about if they played sweaty. Okay? And if they use a Killer that can counter, I'm just going to be able to use my Ghost to go chase you, and I can just counter you, and I can just always, never leave the 3-gen that I have, and I can have Corrupt. That's why Corrupt is still a meta perk. These gens slow down, so that way they don't have to worry about certain sides of the map, and then they can just chase you guys. And most survivors still aren't that good in chase, bro. Not the way they design Killers these days, bro. Like, Knight can camp gens, he can camp, he can zone you out with his thing. I mean, I can run him with a Ghost, but it's like, again, y'all gotta understand, a really good Killer main, they know what they're doing, dude. So if you're going to get bot Killers, then that's just probably you. But I just don't care for Knight. Let me see. Cannot stand the Huntress. Just everything about them annoys me. The only thing I don't like about the Huntress is just her dumbass hitbox. Her hitbox is just stupid. Like, taking a window against her is just pointless, especially in Shaq. It's just, I cannot do that. One girl says, I hate the Legion. I find it boring to face them, constantly healing myself. Yeah, it's just pretty much a mending cycle, right, with Legions. Doctor is the reason I take Harden sometimes, even if it's useless. I don't mind Doctor. Doctor is, I mean, I can go ahead and give Doctor that. I can give Doctor that checkup. You know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't check me. You know what I mean? Like, so I can go ahead and do that. Yeah, I don't know. Skull Merchant is just, no. I do not like Skull Merchant at all. Like, I mean, again, it doesn't mean I can't bust their ass. Please understand this. Nobody can check me in this game. 1v1. Links in the description, or go to the store tab for the merch. You gotta check that merch out, okay? You gotta check out the merch. Hoodie, shirts, all that stuff is a very good deal right now. Let me see what else. Because it's almost 10 minutes. So I kind of just want to do that. But in closing, I like high intensity killers. I like killers that are very good with the counterplay. I like killers who mind games. The scariest killers in this game, in my opinion, are killers who does not or do not mind game. Mind gaming is fun when you are just holding forward to a pallet just so I'm gonna be thrown off every time, because like good killers think about respecting pallets. I'm not saying you should always double back, triple back, quadruple back, but I think that when you have the mentality of, oh, I'm just going to hope, I don't know if you just don't know what you're doing. I really just do not know. But I just think it's like very, very weird when people just do that. So that's just my take. Okay. Day by Daylight, another post says, is it bannable for killers to pretty much giving up? I don't know what they mean by this. They just posted this 4 minutes ago. Wait, what? Hold on. Let me go to it. It says, was in a match as killer and only under 5 minutes and 3 gens popped. As it was hopeless for me to get a single hook, I decided to stand in the corner after the match ended. Sarah sent me a message saying they reported me for giving up. Can I get banned for this? See, now this is the thing too, right? Just like survivors, just like killers hate when survivors give up on hook. When you guys just stand in the corner, I'm just gonna turn my head, dude. Just turn off the game. Turn off the game. Go sit down and go turn off the game. You are too grown and adult to stand in the corner and just cry about it. Like, that's very weird behavior to me. You know? Like, you look like a kid. I can see a kid doing that. You're standing in the corner. Like, why? See, when survivors give up on hook, we report it. I think, yeah, I mean, because, like, you're not playing the game. I don't know if you should get reported, but it's just weird that you would just sit in a match because people choose not to just allow you. See, killers, you have to do something called chase the survivors. This community is very sensitive. It's like very, very sensitive. Like, it's very sad how sensitive this community is. Like, I don't I don't, like, what are y'all, I've never had a moment, maybe when I first started playing, I was going against a killer, and I'm just like, because I still didn't understand, I didn't get it. I didn't play a lot of asymmetrical games where it wasn't even on both sides. So I'm like, why is the killer faster than me? Why can I not just see, at least Friday the 13th, you could, like, fight back, right? It'd just take you forever to, like, knock out and kill Jason. And you have options. You either can fight back and kill him as a team, because you're not beating his ass. Like, you're just not doing it. Like, his hands is way too strong, and he's just too quick. He's just too, like, you're just not. So you either try to jump him, because that's the best way you're doing it, and you still might not win, or you just try to escape. And I think the issue with this is, in DBD, you only escape through hatch if you're the last survivor. They took away that ability now where I think 2 or 3 survivors can all escape and just have a key and just jump in and be out. Right? So, and then I think the hatch doesn't even show up and it's open until that's like the last survivor. And then, or you just have to complete the gens. And like, again, most survivors are playing solo queue. So this is what I'm saying. See, the reason why I say, like, people have to look at stats and data and statistics is because I think people are just not understanding and thinking, like, do y'all think that most survivors are just 3 men outing killer? Is that what we thinking? Do we really believe that? Let me know that in the comments. Do y'all really believe that? That most people are just, like, losing as killer? So I just want to refresh anybody who doesn't understand this. And it's very simple math. As far as winning to losing condition for killer. For a killer, 4K is obviously you killed all 4 survivors, right? So you win overwhelmingly, the majority, right? 3 kills, only 1 survivor escaped. They still did pretty great. You did great. You did good. You didn't do excellent, but you did pretty good. 2K, that means 2 people escaped, 2 people died, which is the majority of the time on average killers get. I think kill rates right now stands around like 56% maybe. That means 2 people die, 2 people escape. On average, it seems like more times than not, you're going to get between a 2K or more, or that's it. If you killed 1 survivor, okay, you did badly. That means 3 people, like, bust your ass and 3 men outed you. And then obviously if you kill nobody, you're not even a killer. You're just some weird dude. You're just a weirdo. You're not even a killer. You got all that cardio for no reason because you killed nobody. Does that make sense? On the flip side, when it comes to Survivor, it's different individually. See, because I rank it as a team. Even in solo queue, if I die, I know my MMR is going to go down. If I've died all of my matches and I'm in the Swift, and I died all of my matches, I'm going to get worse teammates, especially when I play solo queue. Obviously, like, your MMR is kind of different when you're playing with other people. But if you're just playing solo queue, but you were mostly the main catalyst and chase, this is why a lot of Survivor mains feel horribly when we feel like we carried the load, but we still died and feel like it's nothing. Like I did all of this and it's nothing, right? And we just lost. That's why people hated. I remember Dowsey was talking about to the formerly head dev Patrick when he was just like, hockey, wins. That analogy you got to remember. Goals win to a score, or goals win lead to wins, and it's like, was it really a skill play if you didn't win? Like, that is just one of the dumbest asinine things I've ever heard in my life. It's frustrating to do that, carrying all the load, because anybody who plays the rules, even killer, they know who carried the team, because the most important thing, because you can run all day, but if no one's doing generators, then you can't escape. But if you are the one who's leading the chases and taking aggro, you are doing God's work. You're leading the team. You're doing the most, hardest thing to do. And yes, DBD is obviously have a lot of RNG to it when it comes to chases, but you're doing the most heavy lifting. If you need people like you. Yeah, this whole gen jockey thing is BS, because everyone to some degree should be a gen jockey, but the person, that gen jockey, would you ever change to say, hey, let me go ahead and be a person that's going to be, taking aggro? No, you have people who's like, no, I'm not taking aggro. I'm not going for the unhook. My job is to do gens, and this is why we lose our games, because you really have teammates that will not go for an unhook. Even with us because killers love talking about, you guys have all the indications and you guys have all of this. This is why, because we literally have people who just won't do anything. They're like, I'm just going to do gens, because gens are literally the easiest thing to do. I got gen jockey. I'm on gen jockey. I'm not going to do it. Like, that's literally the easiest shot for shot thing to do. Now, the hardest thing and the most important thing right, you have to have a balance. But you want to have both sides of, hey, somebody got to do the heavy lifting, and if a person is always dying because they're taking, charge of doing, looping and all that stuff like that, it just sucks to feel like we're not getting anything. So I just want to be clear on that. But let me read some stuff. Let me see. All right, so I read the person's post. It's the ban for killers to pretty much give up. One person says, nope, you are not obligated to do anything at any point in the game. Technically, if you go full AFK, you'll get a DC penalty, but that's about it. So you still get somewhat punishment, but just not a ban. No, there's no rules in this game unless you are actively trapping people in corners. Yeah, exactly. If you're griefing and all that stuff, which killers still do, they don't care. Right? One person says, you get a DC penalty for extended AFK, so behavior doesn't actually particularly encourage it. Oh, exactly. So that's a very good point. So you still get punished, but you just don't get banned. One person says, Boneless says, in this situation, you won't be banned only if you didn't touch your game for the entire match. They can somewhat be reported, but in theory, the game will automatically punish you. Dog gave me, I said you'll be fine. And then somebody put, they literally got a free escape. I don't understand. They are just mad they could continue looping you, as they probably thought that they had been doing. Most bans only get a follow-up if the person reporting provides a video. See, and then who's going to really do all of that? I really feel bad. I hate when I'm on council, and I just think it doesn't even matter if I report somebody, because PC has like the chat you can specifically say what happened. But unless you are willing to do the video, bro, most people are just trying to go next, bro. Most people are just trying to go to the next game. I'm not going to do all of that. But I had plenty of people, killer mains, survivor mains, trying to work together, and they both needed to be jawed. Okay, both needed to be jawed. Let me go ahead and but I just don't think that killers pretty much going to give. I don't think that that's like a bannable thing, like you say, DC penalty. But I just think that you shouldn't play if you're just going to like cry about it in the corner. Just turn off the game, dude. Like if you're just going to sit there and give up, just try to get better. Like it's just like the kids say, get good. Okay, it's just that simple. All right, this is from Dead by Daylight Rage, and I like that I'm doing these in 10 minutes increments, and hope this is working, because this is really helping. So I'm gonna try to put chapter markers on these and just let me know what you guys think about them. Right? Why though? Survivor Rage, not exactly a rage post, but I generally want to know why some survivors just hang by the edge of the map the whole round. What do you get from that? Why do you play the specific game to crouch and hide the whole match? I carry Kindred so I can know what other players are up to during hook phases. And damn, are there a lot of edge crouchers. Play how to want to play. It just confuses me. That's interesting too, right? There's a lot of survivors. A lot of survivors don't understand this too, or they don't care. See, this is why I give up and go. This is why it really bothers me, because I guarantee there are some survivors who complains about people giving up and go next, when they are the very survivors who knows they don't be doing a mother loving thing. These are, I swear it bothers me, because I get with the quality of life and I'm all for it. Please do something for it. Please do something for the quality. And I'm for the, them trying to fix the go next prevention. People just trying to give up on hook. They're trying to do something. But you got survivors who don't do anything. And we'll have Kindred. And even if we don't have Kindred, we got just a mechanic in the game itself where we can now see what you're doing. And this is what Killer Mains have told me. Oh, well, they've given you guys everything to do in solo queue. You can see what survivors are up to. Just because we can see what survivors are up to doesn't mean they're going to. Okay, so here's the thing. We don't have game chat. So there's not like real shaming we can do until like maybe after the match. There's no real reporting survivors of just hiding all match. I mean, maybe if you're like actively not trying to engage. Like, I don't know if they're going to fix that thing or nerf it where, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can get like if you're not doing nothing on your AFK, there's crows that be around you. You can literally actively pick up your item, drop it back and forth in the same spot, and it will literally prevent a crow. And if that becomes popularized in the sense of people knowing all about it, then devs would just fix that. They'd be like, okay, well, we're just going to make it where if you do that, the crow's still going to come by. So it's just interesting that survivors can always, and I mean always, find some way to like get over. But I just think that, like, again, survivors just crouching, bro, and they're doing things, and if you don't have game chat, so we can't shame them. To be like, hey, stop doing that. Hey, actually be productive. Hey, can you get on the gen? Bro, it doesn't do anything. And killers know this. They know that I get irritated and my voice get really frustrated because I know a lot of killers engage in bad faith. Is it the three things actually? You either are very new, which you're new. So you're just going to be complaining and sound like, but I don't really know the difference, because it seems like a lot of killer mains who are experienced and who are new sound the same. You're either new, you're either just engaging in bad faith and just trying to be petty, or you just don't know what you're doing as killer. To try is simple, and you have that, like, no, you still have survivors who are brand new. You got survivors who they see a ghosty, I'm not gonna do a gen, I just want to meme around with ghosty, and that ghost face don't want to meme around. They want to play, they want to just get easy wins. That's just what it is. So you're gonna have survivors. And here's the thing though too, y'all gotta remember, this game is somewhat like a hide and seek game. I really believe, bro, why do they have lockers? Why do they have lockers? If this game is not for that, why do they have lockers? Can y'all explain this to me? Why do they have, like, especially some, bro, like Midwich? Bro, they got lockers. You goddamn right. If I sent myself there, yeah, I'm going to be using head-on plays and I'm going to be using deception. Like, my goal is to, to have fun and to deceive you. It's not to be your friend. It's to lie to you. Hey, guess what? I'm going to pretend like I'm over here, but I'm not. I'm actually over there. I'm going to throw a pebble. I want you to go fetch because you're a dog. Go get it. Good boy, good girl, whatever. Like, I'm going to mess with you. I'm trying to get in your head. And that's fine if I do that. Right? Because I'm tired of it just being a meta game. We're trying to gen rush. Why don't I just want to have fun? See, that bothers me though too. See, because I play a little like that. But you know why I really play like that when I like to mess around? Because nobody's going to do gens, bro. Y'all crouching in the corner. Okay? Y'all crouching. So why can't I just crouch in a locker and be surprised? Y'all get to surprise us by not doing jack, by hiding and crouching. So why can't I just have a little fun? It's all love. I don't like the hypocrisy. I don't like how we can do it. And then killers have so much aura reading, bro. Them survivors get caught at some point. They kick a gen, they see. They change and rework distortion. So they make it where it's like, bro, we're going to kick a gen. We're going to see where you are. That's simply what that is. So honestly, bro, I don't understand the notion of like why people get mad at people who do kind of crouch, but it sucks. But I don't know. It's a team game, yes. But at the same time, people are going to do what they're going to do, bro. They're going to hide. It's just that simple, bro. So, yeah, I mean, they are fixing things like that in the quality of life, the QOL. But at the end of the day, bro, we have lockers. We should be able to use them without being a problem. Trying to out me. And then survivors will work with surviving. He's right over there. Or she's right over there. I just had a game where, like in my last stream, I think we're 100th. Mind you, it was a Laura or a Lara Croft, or however you say her name. Was working. We was in like what map that was, with the cow tree stuff. We was in that map, and literally I'm at Shack, and mind you, I unhooked her, I took aggro, I did gens, and you can see what I'm doing, just for her to still work with the Huntress, and that Huntress was garbo. Okay, mad because she couldn't check me. Again, check out the merch in the membership store. And again, if you want to get these episodes early, I will drop this around 8 o'clock today. It will be access to you guys around 9 o'clock for those who are, maybe 9:30, we'll see, for those who are not members. And then hopefully you guys can check these out and stuff like that during the, if you guys are working late night shifts, working third shifts, maybe guys help you out and stuff like that. I'm going to try to make these an hour. I think this works. I'm gonna try to put chapter markers, so maybe you can kind of just point by point, because maybe you guys don't want to listen to the whole thing. So we're gonna just try that. So it shouldn't be too bad. But check out some comments for those who are upset about these things, right? Motorbike says, look at old tomes. So you gotta escape a trial without getting hooked once. I luckily got that because I met a lawyer who. It's only so much you can do. You're trying to do a challenge, and then a person is like, hey, I didn't mean to seem like I'm not trying to contribute, but I have to escape. Thank you for that. Or a killer might know that you're trying to get a challenge, or you don't know that. See, this game, bro, I just honestly think that when you look at the challenges and the way this game is designed, I think survivors forever will have this mentality of expectations of trying to overly win and do stuff. I just think that's honestly what that is. Somebody put, oh, fair. I don't know if I have ever seen that one. I do know the old tomes are ass. LOL. Appreciate your reply. Bet. Okay. Somebody put, if slugging is a valid strategy to win, so is hiding for hatch. I don't know if that map's on, but that sounds interesting. Somebody responded, the whole round, like OP said, that's playing against your team as well. True. But again, there are people who just want to do their own thing, and I just think that's pretty much interesting. Okay, so I'm about to close. I just want to give my thoughts on that. At the end of the day, you have people who are just going to hide. That's just what they do. It's called Dead by Daylight. It is a hide and seek game, so just kind of take that with that mentality. We're going to go to a rage post, and then we're just going to pretty much leave it at that. And, yeah. let me see. I'm just trying to look for another one. If I go on this. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, I think that people hiding and people doing what they're doing, I just think that, when people have challenges, they want to escape, they're trying to get no hooks, they're going to do that. And with them but they do, if they're going to use distortion though, they do have to at least get in chase. So people have to kind of think about that for a bit. All right. And then we're going to do our last one. It's called, this is from Dead by Daylight Rage. It says, I think Golden X prevention should come after the anti-camping and tunneling changes. This is a rage, so obviously somebody was very upset. It says, we know some survivors will est off themselves at the slightest inconvenience because of a map, because of the killer, etc. But there's scenarios where the game feels impossible to win and the killer is being too ... rude. I had a match against a trickster that just BM'd the whole match. Straight tunneling, hit on hook, trash talking in game, and just being a rude person. With the Golden X prevention, people will be forced to stay in the killer match. I'm sorry, the way he's got this read, I'm sorry, hold on. With the Golden X prevention, people will be forced to stay in matches like this or eat a DC penalty. Meanwhile, the killer doesn't get any kind of punishment. And not to mention that some killers will abuse the anti-slugging mechanic to have easy wins. If the Golden X prevention comes after behavior addresses the camping and tunneling, people will not have a real excuse to let themselves die in the early game. But for now, survivors will have to deal with a kind of behavior. So that's the thing, man. I just think survivors are always at the mercy of killers, no matter how you dress it up, right? I honestly believe that no matter what way you look at it and which way you look at it, survivors will always be at the mercy of killers. And the devs are trying to do the QOL because, or qual, however you want to use the acronym, qual or whatever, is that they want to have a healthy community. Because I do believe that people are coming in to play DBD based off the licensing and, oh, wow, hey, word of mouth. You ever heard of a game called Dead by Daylight? They added Vecna from so-and-so. They added Stranger Things, the Demogorgon. They got Michael Myers, Halloween, and again, especially people who are older, people who are before me. I think Halloween came out in 1978, the first one. These are grown adults playing the game now. So you got to think they're not just a bunch of 17-year-old kids just trying to cheese all game. These are grown adults. So you got some grown-ass people, man, who just got off work. Their manager made them stay a little longer because, Brandon called off and he's already irritated having to do a whole lot by himself, being frustrated with, people, and the girl pissed him off with his girl boyfriend texting back. So now she's finna be a what, and she's gonna take out. Cause see, I guarantee, I'm not lying. I want y'all to close your eyes real fast, right? Let's have a little fun with this. Do y'all always think it's a guy that's being toxic in this game? Do y'all always think it's a toxic killer? Is it always a man? See, this is for adults. It's not for kids. This episode, all of this channel, right? Because DBD, I don't think it's really for kids anyway. I guarantee y'all always think it's a dude BMing. And GG easy, nerd. Y'all think it's always a guy. And y'all probably think he's always obese. And he's always, or he look like he got glasses and he look like Millhouse. Okay. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just know how people move. It's not always the case. There are plenty of women that play this game that do the same stuff, and it's always a guy in your mind. It's always this, and tell y'all unless it's a video. And I'm telling you, it's just what it is. It's people. I gotta stop thinking. Look at life from both angles, right? there are people who are just people, and they take their anger out, and they're so frustrated, and they don't care that they are streamers. They don't care that they are streaming. They do not care. Okay? I want people to think about that. They don't always care. They don't care who's watching them. They don't care how their community look. Think about them doing that as a streamer, as a killer who's streaming. We know survivors do it. We know there are survivors. Because again, this community is it's called Dead by Daylight. It's not called Escape by Midnight. No, it's called Dead by Daylight. I know it's like, well, yeah, it's called that, but that doesn't mean no. That's literally what it means. Like, I'm a survivor, man, and I know for a fact this game is meant for killers. And they try to do so much. What it is they make it where killer is going to win most of the matches, or at least tie minimally, and that's if they're probably having a bad game. But the killer's always gonna have like some type of edge to like do what they do, have the agency. So when they're trying to like, stop the anti-camping, how much, if a killer wants to go after you, they're gonna go after you. But this is also why if the killer chooses the wrong person to go after, and they on a good map for Survivor, it's a problem, because now you're gonna get your ass dragged. You understand? Like if you go against a baby survivor who doesn't loop well, or maybe you're on a killer that's on a good map, and it's not much to work with against certain killers, because people love thinking, again, they love thinking it's just the maps, but like the game, right? Oh, I hate the game. Killers hate the game. Try going against the game. Try going against a nurse in the game. If you ever go against a nurse, and it's like, so if you load into a map and the killer brings the game, I promise you it's a nurse. I promise you. If a killer brings the game, which is very rare, it is a nurse. And you might as well just DC. Right? Because, see, they're going to try to fix that thing too in the quality of life as well, where like, you're not going to just be able to just bring map offerings. You're just going to be guaranteed to go to that map. I mean, it might just be nurse. But it's also going to affect the killer too. You feel me? So I just think that there's only so much that the devs can do, y'all. It's not perfect. But some things, just like, man, people aren't having fun. People aren't having fun. And that's just what it is. So people are going to have to realize, like, this game is not... I mean, this game is done pretty well for itself, for it to be able to get these licenses and attract a lot of people and be able to sell cosmetics and stuff and all of these things, man. But I tell you, this game is... this game is what it is, bro. I promise you. It's just very toxic. Let's read some posts after that. So somebody said, the name is the Blob 97, says all the Go Next players should all be put in the same queue together. Usually find when they experience their own behavior done to themselves, they will most likely not do it anymore. Honestly, bro, there are a lot of, the game is cut and dry. When people go next and they lose and they go down in MMR, the game is cut and dry. You just put with new players. And I'm going to tell you, that Sable that y'all hate, they don't care. Bro, I watch these girls play Sable, and I know there's a lot of girls who play Sable, bro. Like, they don't care. Do they care? Sure, if they get outed out by killer. But, like, a lot of time, they just vibing. They hope to get a Ghostface and be Ghostface Daddy and all that stuff. Like, they don't care, bro. Like, you got to understand that. They don't care. Only people who are like mega sweats who are trying to win every single game. I'm not saying don't try, man, but like people really just don't understand how DBD is. I honestly think DBD... I'm going to read one more. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm with you 100%. I get there are instances where tunneling is necessary, but it's never necessary at 5 gens, and that's where I usually see people giving up. At least people who slug at 5 gens with the DCers. Let the two worst DBD players play each other time. Yeah. So, I mean, again, you ever notice, like, again, a lot of the times, man, people are just having the same arguments over and over. Don't tunnel me. Don't slug me and whatever, and stop DCing. I just don't think, just stop going next. Stop hiding. Bro, it's not going to change. I don't care what you do in this game. It is not going to change. DBD is DBD. Okay? It's not going to change. It's not going to be different. It's going to be the same thing all the time. And I just think that's exactly how this game is. And it's designed that way. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on tonight's episode. I'm trying to see, what episode is this? I'm just curious. If I go to my playlist, I go here. I think this episode because I enjoy doing these. So this is episode 39. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Do you think you're going to see a lot changed in the, the DC or the Golden X preventions? Will killers stop slugging at 5 gens? I just don't think there are a certain type of people who do certain type of stuff that y'all have to like capitulate, which means to surrender to understand. Stop thinking that this game is going to be perfect. It just simply won't. DBD is DBD. It's a game. It's a love and hate game. I get it. But that's just how it is. I just don't think it's ever going to change. But I do think that people need to come to this community and just remember that this is a game that we all love. Stop trying to be a dick on both sides. Or a C word on both sides. It's that simple. Okay. I enjoyed this episode. I'm going to do chapter markers. So if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, I think you might want to. You can just listen to them, but I'm still going to do chapter markers anyway, just in case. So that way you can go back specifically to a point that I've made or a topic. Maybe it was one of your favorite ones. I enjoy reading these posts from DBD Reddit, Rage, or just Dead by Daylight in general. If you want to get this episode early, before you go to work, it's going to be released at 8 o'clock for members, and then 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30 for everyone else. And listen to these when you're working out, when you're sleeping, whatever you're doing taxes. Pay attention to what you got going on in life. I enjoy doing these. I enjoy podcasts. I think this needs to be more of a vibe in the community. And if you would like to see me do more of these, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Check out the latest video I did, what I released earlier today, about the Cenobite being gone forever after April. If nothing else, hope you guys had a blessed day. Happy listening, and get you one of those mugs too. If you guys like these, let me know if I should do like a mug, a podcast mug, or merch. I do have like a regular merch, but I would love to do specifically about the Survivor Side Story podcast. And that way you can drink coffee and listen to this from the mug. Help support the channel. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys' support. And if nothing else, hope you guys have a blessed day. And if nothing else, as usual, peace.